Hey, everybody.
This isn't Sonic.
No. Okay, here we go. I'm at the controls this time. This is 7. So, today is the 1-year anniversary of when we started this channel, Game Virgins, and we began with Final Fantasy VII.
So, in order to celebrate, we're going to do that response video we promised.
We kind of didn't promise it. We said we might get to it, but you know what? We're gonna get to it, especially because fucking Remake.
Yeah, holy shit, that's a thing that's happening.
That's a thing.
As soon as I finished playing 7 for the first time,
Remake was announced.
Squeenix and Sony
Oh my
are like,
god.
hey yo!
We've been waiting.
That thing is happening.
Ever since the PS3, what was it? The,
the HD re-release or whatever?
No, not even. The,
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, there's a specific word for it. But anyways, it was a performance trailer or something like that. Performance demo, something like that, for PS3 that showed off Final Fantasy VII. Ever since that, in 2005, I think, we've been waiting for this.
So, yeah, that's a thing that's happening.
Oh boy.
And also Shenmue 3.
Yeah, and Shenmue 3 at the same time.
At some point I might play Shenmue, I doubt it, because it's such a massive game, apparently. But we're here to answer some questions. No, in reality, we don't have that many questions. Although
What, four? 4 questions
like,
we got?
Like 4 questions, essentially. We have like 3 main questions, then there's the one question that I responded to in the comments section because I had way too much to say.
Yeah.
And then they responded to that, so I'll go ahead and touch on their
Okay, so why don't we address the questions?
comments. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and start while you're heading to the gold saucer.
And I'll just play some mini games while.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
So, our first question is from the Alpar on YouTube saying, not a native English speaker, but do you think the game shoots itself in the foot by starting with Cloud pretending to be the emo stereotype a lot of fans make him out to be? I mean, it makes sense in the context of the game, making room for the players to know his personality as they go, but maybe a lot of people were put off by it and didn't play the game for more than an hour thanks to those dumbasses, like what you said last episode about your ex comparing Cloud to Sasuke, who go around saying how cool and edgy Cloud is, when he has so much more as a character.
Jeez, I don't actually think the game starts off with that version of Cloud, because that version of Cloud that everybody complains about really comes from Advent Children.
Yeah. We've kind of mentioned it before, I think, in the episodes, but I mentioned it more in full in conversations that I've had with a bunch of friends and also on my own blog. I did a full write-up once the remake was announced on my experience with Final Fantasy VII, so I guess we can
I'll link that in the doobly-doo.
So I'm not going to read that because it's a 2,000 plus word
No, yeah,
essay, or 2,000 words exactly.
It was 2,000 exactly.
Yeah. So it's a really long essay about my playing of the game and how I interpreted Cloud and his character and the plot. Mm-hmm. But the thing about Cloud when he first begins is he's really this self-absorbed, arrogant cock-ass. Like, just...
Cock-ass?
Cock-ass. That's the best way I can describe him.
That sounds like a very vulgar dick butt.
Yeah, cock-ass. Oh my god, this is what you're gonna play?
Well, one of the things I'm gonna play.
Okay, we want to see this in HD, in the new anime realism
We're already
style.
getting that. There's the G-Bike game for, I think it's mobile platforms now. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Square made that.
Oh, the
Squeenix, rather.
It was so stupid.
Yep. So, you know what? It's probably gonna be in the remake.
Yeah, but this is a really good example of, like, why Cloud is not the sort of emo, edgy bullshit that everybody likes to seem to think he is. This guy goes away from the group who manages to find a truck just so they can get the fuck out of there. He deviates from the path in order to find something a little cooler, something with a little more, like, tough guyness, and he gets a fucking motorcycle.
Fucking shitty motorcycle.
You fucking asshole. Just get in the goddamn truck.
Yeah.
But no, I've got to get a motorcycle because I'm so cool. Look at me, Tifa. Look at me, Aerith. Suck my dick. Kind of attitude. That's just Cloud. And I've always compared, or not really compared, but brought up when people like to say, but no, Cloud starts off the game all aloof and squallish, because you have the option for ellipses in his dialogue, I guess. That's the closest you get, but having the option for ellipses doesn't necessarily mean that's who his character is. You take all of your options, and you weigh them and compile them into what his character could potentially be.
Yeah, sort of like in Persona 3 with the protagonist.
Yeah, because you can speak in mostly like, oh, I'm not here and I'm aloof and emo, or you can be a sass master and say the like rudest shit possible as Minato.
Yeah.
But Cloud, you look at his model and the way he moves. You know, he's got this very
hip,
upright posture, that hip thing that he does.
Yeah.
Brushing back his bangs like he's so cool. Like, that's not something an aloof emo master does. So the idea that Cloud starts the game off as emo, edgy, depressed, woe is me, it just doesn't sit right with me. I never got that interpretation.
Yeah, no.
I mean, the best moment to describe Cloud's character starting the game is on the train. When
he just jumps in when everybody's worried about him.
Yeah, everybody's sitting there like, oh, Cloud, is he okay?
Is he gonna make it?
Is he gonna make it? And then he's, whoa, you hear him on the top of the train,
and everyone's like,
and then, bam!
Yeah, he just jumps in, and everyone's like, Cloud! And he's like, what, did I scare you guys?
And then there's also with Barrett. Barrett's not around, and he's talking with the others, and then Barrett
charges in, and then Cloud
jumps
keep
off
out.
to the side. Can you go through the keep out sign?
No.
No? Okay. But Barrett comes into the room and Cloud's like, oh, gotta act cool, gotta make Barrett think I'm a cool guy. And he jumps to the side, crosses his arms and his legs, like, yeah, I'm a badass. It's like, no, you're not. You're trying too hard. Stop it.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Cloud.
Yeah.
That's who we think Cloud is.
Yeah, and again, I think I've described it before, maybe not on Game Virgins, but just how I view Cloud's character, in that what he's trying to do in acting all cool is he's trying to live up to this idealized hero persona that he's sort of latched onto.
Yeah.
A persona that's sort of just been pulled every which way since he was a babby.
Yeah.
This game sucks so much.
Does it play worse than
Sonic? Yeah,
Sonic?
no, I absolutely confirmed it.
Yeah.
In Sonic.
So this plays worse than Sonic Adventure, and Sonic Adventure plays pretty
Pretty
poorly.
fucking bad, yeah.
Oh boy.
How do you take hard turns? It's the R buttons? Yeah, it's the R buttons.
Is it the
L and R buttons, yeah.
That's my phone. I put my coffee on my phone.
You've just been abusing your phone
I
lately.
have. I'm sorry. I've been distracted with a million other things lately.
Next question.
Oh, okay. We'll just go ahead and move on.
Yeah.
Because I think I had something to say, but I forgot it.
You
So
forgot it? So, okay.
Whatever.
Okay. Whoops.
That's not a question.
Oh. So do we only have like 3?
I'm not sure. I thought I read a question in that. I'm gonna read that again. The Final Fantasy VII from Tifa's perspective from Svetlana M. Oh, dudes, that would be amazing! Anyway, it was fun to see someone react to the Final Fantasy VII roller coaster with a mostly clean slate, and I can't wait to watch more games from you guys, especially the ones I might not already know.
Oh, okay. So that might
that was not a question.
Not a question. But
Yeah.
thank you for the comment.
I saw the question mark, but thank you! Hey, after this, I might just read the comments.
Oh, sure.
Because
Why not?
we're gonna...
We need a fill for time. This is going to be a big episode, like an hour or something, maybe?
maybe.
30 minutes, maybe an hour.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
try
know.
for 30 minutes, and then if we go over, it's over. That's fine.
Let me try again.
Okay. Our friend Harvey, time 8, he says,
right.
if you could make alterations to the gameplay, what would you implement?
Okay. Now, this game is super imbalanced. The materia system is a fucking great idea. But one of the things is that it's very easy to just grind and become a god in this game. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, the game encourages you to break the game in order to beat the optional bosses. And I think that's a mistake in terms of just how imbalanced the game can get.
Absolutely.
So, like, making your magic just count for more, but getting less of it, I think is a better idea. Like, you should only, like, get one materia, and the only way to get another materia of the same kind, like another fire or whatever, is to master it.
Yeah, I think you had suggested, you had suggested something to me that I'm like, whoa, no, that's too out there. But actually making it so that you don't buy materia, you have
you
to
just
find
find
materia.
them, and
That
so
would-
sort of like in fucking Breath of Fire 3. I'll just throw that out there. The
bring
dragon
that up a
genes.
lot.
Yeah, I love Breath of Fire 3. But the dragon genes, you find them in the world.
Yeah.
Around the environments. You have to look for them, and if you miss one, then well, you miss one.
Yeah.
And I don't think they're permanently missable. Some of them might be. But
Kill all the Moogles.
yeah. No.
It's the only appearance of the Moogles in this game.
Not 100%.
Oh, well, Chocomog.
Well, there's Chocomog, but I'll show you something next up.
Oh, okay, cool.
Woo.
That's the big thing, just better balancing with regards to the materia system. That really does need to be reworked. What we'd like to see done in Remake.
Yeah. But,
The-
we don't know what
We don't know how that's
what
gonna
the
go.
hell's going to happen in Remake. Because there's the world map that hasn't existed since Final Fantasy IX that I don't know what they're going to do, because in 15 it's open world. So
Yeah.
we don't know.
We
They
have
might
no
change
idea
the
how
battle
this is
system.
gonna go.
Moogle.
Friend of ours, Chris, I think he's the one who
Oh.
pointed it out, that the buggy's not going to appear. It's going to be the motorcycle, because Cloud's got to remain the edgelord. I hope to God not. We've...
And I did also make the suggestion that what might happen is when they throw you out on the world map, Cloud just keeps the bike.
No.
And then you get to keep
No.
the bike, and that's your
No. I wanna
transportation
ride a
in the open
chocobo.
world. I know.
I want to ride a chocobo. I want Cloud to talk to the chocobo in Works. Yes.
Yeah.
I want it so bad. I want the goofy enemies. I want all of the silly shit. I
Hell
want it
House.
all.
Hell House in HD.
Hell House in HD.
Okay, that's reverse. That's
Yeah, I hate this minigame. And here's the other thing. The minigames. They are awful. They disrupt the gameplay and the momentum of the story. I hate this aspect of the game. There has to be a better way in order to implement other elements of gameplay into RPGs that still make it fun. This was not fun. It was aggravating, annoying, and it's all because they had 3D visuals to work with, and they
Yeah,
were
yeah.
just
They just
showing
wanted to
off
show
the
off.
fact of, hey, we've mastered 3D, but you didn't master it. And it was awful. I hated it so much.
I know,
And
I'm sorry.
8 has fucking Triple Triad. That looks fun. I've not played 8, I've not played Triple Triad, but what I know of it, that seems so much more fun than this. And yeah, I'm probably spoiled because I actually like the dating sim elements in Persona games,
yeah.
but I cannot do this minigame bullshit. The one minigame I liked was the puzzles with the frogs and the bugs.
Oh, yeah.
That I
Okay.
enjoyed, because that required a level of skill that I did not have, but it was far more enjoyable than this non-RPG game. Yeah. So annoying. So I would remove that entirely, and then my final fix to Final Fantasy VII as it stands is just to keep the goddamn camera still in the battle. When you are trying to target your enemies,
goes all
and
over
the
the
camera is just like, vroom, vroom, look at me, I'm 90s MTV. No, stay still. Stay still.
All right. So, moving along.
Moving along. I'll stop.
Yeah, no, I
get
think
it,
we
man.
touched on all the things that we'd probably change.
Yeah.
Keep the story the same, please.
The story should not be touched.
Don't fucking touch that at all, Squeenix.
Yeah. Okay. So those are the only questions that we really have.
Oh.
I
Oh.
could have sworn that there was one more, but I'm not seeing it here. So, I suppose I will go ahead and address the very, very long comment that I responded to in the actual comments section.
Okay.
Okay, so, oh god, am I just gonna read this whole thing? I'd sum it up, but there's a lot here. So, it is Nirwanda. says, I was going to support the idea of a final video talking about Morgan's experience with the game, but I guess it was not meant to be. Question. What's with you and Eris? I could understand your annoyance if she was a mediocre character as the bad part of the fan base and haters make her out to be, but she's, in my opinion, a damn fine, nuanced character. By the way, about Eris's reason for leaving on her own, I believe it's related to a line Cloud's mom says early on. She basically tells him that he needs a woman that would take care of him, and that's kind of a recurring theme with both Tifa and Eris. Cloud is clearly lost and neither of the girls misses his odd behavior. Tifa, being the more passive of the two, tries to protect Cloud by shutting him up and not mentioning the inconsistencies in his story. Actually, she's more likely doing it just as much to protect herself, but I digress. Eris, being more proactive and emotionally tougher, instead, and they cross out emotionally, I should clarify, instead decides that the best course of action is to take matters into her own hands, obviously underestimating Jenova and Sephiroth in the process. Remember that she leaves right after Cloud hands the black materia to Jenova and Sephiroth, so she has good reasons to not tell him her whereabouts, weird dream messages aside. Wow, that was pointlessly long, sorry. So, I ended up responding.
Yeah, we disagree.
I disagree wholeheartedly.
Ink. I got ink from that.
Ink?
What's ink?
What is this, Splatoon? I want to play Splatoon! Shut up!
I do too, but you made that...
I made that at work. You weren't even there. Fuck off.
Use darkness against one opponent. Okay.
Yeah.
But your response?
My response. My answer is far too verbose to sort of talk about off the top of my head in video form, so I'm gonna respond here. I mean, I've kind of mentioned my beef with Eris as a character to begin with throughout the series, but for the most part, I take a huge issue with her lack of nuance in the writing. There's a lot you have to assume about her character. When writing, authors have to describe their characters not just through the character's personal voice, but through the things the others say about them. And one thing that's really evident in the writing of Final Fantasy VII with Eris is that every single person has very little to contribute in the way of the kind of person Eris is. She's written expressly for the purpose of lacking flaws and being a pure and holy sacrifice. She's written to be otherworldly and beyond the rest of the characters, and I don't really appreciate how detached she is from the rest of the cast. It makes being attached to her and moved by her heroic actions very difficult for me as an audience member and player. Yes, she does want to take care of Cloud and protect Cloud, but her acting on her own when she clearly has no idea what she's doing, just doing what feels right in the moment, is something she has never really done before. It never seemed in line with any of her previous actions. For me, as I tracked her arc from the beginning to end, it felt really out of place and just rang as the writers need to get rid of her so Cloud can be incapable of saving her from death. Even though I knew early on that was what was clearly going to happen compared to others who played the game for the first time, as a writer, the pieces did not add up cohesively. Sure that both girls were there to take care of Cloud still stands, but the love triangle felt so unbelievably absent for me. Eris always came off as more preoccupied with Zack and Cloud's similarities than she did seem actually interested in Cloud. It's been a while since I've read my own post. And Tifa's feelings, while very evident, were always put aside for the sake of taking care of others. The idea of romances between these characters contributed absolutely nothing to the overall product, really. Remove the date and Ketchi's perfect match dialogue, and a general audience wouldn't even pick up on the love triangle. Tifa's passive nature isn't an indication of her being emotionally weaker than Eris also. After everything that she's been through, she effectively moves on with her life and becomes caretaker for everyone else. She manages her own bar, and barkeeps are often depicted as the quintessential listener, someone who is there for you without judgment. She takes care of the Avalanche guys and Marlene, and she is constantly wary of her actions. Just because Eris is proactive in going after Sephiroth and Jenova on her own, doesn't necessarily mean that she's an essential part of the story. Sure, the issue with the black materia is a reasonable excuse for not taking Cloud along, but wouldn't it have also been just as easy to drop the black materia off somewhere safe with someone like Bugin and bring Cloud and the team along? Or maybe actually seek a bodyguard to protect her while she tries to figure out exactly what she's doing. A character's action should not leave this many evident loopholes to its audience. You are totally welcome to your own interpretation of Eris, since your personal experience is likely very different from my own. Hell, I don't even hate her completely. She at least had some spunk and personality, but in my opinion, after playing the game all the way through, she was the weakest part of the whole story. Her sacrifice didn't resonate nearly as much as the importance of Cloud's own internal struggle and conflict with Sephiroth, because even though the whole of Final Fantasy VII's story didn't really want to focus on the planet, After you fight the... I know, I wrote a lot. After you
Jeez,
fight the
woman.
Sephiroth in Cloud's head, the rest of the ending just feels so flaccid. The last note of your gameplay is on Cloud's internal struggle, indicating that the real heart of the story is his character arc. Like how in Shakespeare and Elizabethan theater, the last character of a play is considered the one with the most power. Even though Final Fantasy VII is very cinematic, it is still a game, and because of the medium, the most impactful moment isn't the epilogue cutscenes, it's the last thing the player interacts with. That's as succinct as I'm going to get. How's that for pointlessly long?
It was very long.
I had a lot to say.
You know, I can't really add anything to that.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
It's
is
like
there anything that you
No.
have to touch on? Because they actually responded 2 weeks ago!
Yeah.
And they actually wrote a really long response as well, so I'm gonna kind of sum up maybe what they said. Saying, one thing they pointed out is you kind of summed up her character pretty well in one of the earlier videos. She's sassy and sort of a tease. There are a few occasions where this is shown, like when she teases Barrett at the Gold Salsa or the whole Don Corneo section of the game. And while I don't claim to recall every scene exactly, I bet you must have missed at least one good scene with her by never using her. It's not terribly nuanced, but it's hardly flat, and definitely a character trope JRPGs are not known to show, at least not in such a subdued way. I don't think I missed any essential Eris scenes.
Not any essential Eris scenes. I think they were referring specifically to just off-the-cuff
speaking to
random
her.
dialogue, yeah. Just random dialogue that she might, have given in any given scene.
And one thing I pointed out to you after reading this comment, 2 weeks ago when they responded, was there is a difference between personality and character. Eris has personality. She is sassy and a bit of a tease.
But in terms of her character, she's
not
just...
character.
She's just a plot device, really.
Yeah. Character also defines what a person or character desires. Their dreams, the things they want to do with their life, their motivations, their objectives. All of these things make up who they are. We actually know nothing about the things that Eris had plans to do with herself. The most we get is, oh, I want to ride an airship one day. And that's the closest we really get to her talking about something that she wants.
Yeah. And to be fair, I'm not going to blame you for not using Eris that much because, well, honestly, I didn't either. But you can't really just get every single dialogue option for every character anyway,
Yeah.
so...
When you have the option to choose characters, what happens is you gravitate towards the ones that attract you most. I was most attracted to characters like Tifa and Cid and
I wanted to
Leon
hear what Barrett had to say.
and Barrett.
Yeah.
Barrett had a lot more interesting dialogue, and Barrett made a better first impression. That's the thing. Eris did not make a very good first impression. And I'm not going to criticize the writers for the way they introduced her.
Yeah.
But, at the end of the day, if I'm not interested in what a person has to say, I don't have to listen to them.
Also, what was it you said about the Tales games that Colette made a better Eris than Eris?
Yes, Colette was a lot more interesting than Eris.
A game I still need to play,
Yeah.
and we will.
We'll be playing Tales of Symphonia.
At some point. I don't know when.
The good thing about me quitting my job that I had when we did this is that I will finally have the opportunity to sit down and play games through. So the tragedy that's happening in Sonic Adventure, I'm finally going to be rectifying. I will remember games better now.
Okay.
So that's good.
Was that Mewtwo? No, wait,
Is that
Mew.
Mewtwo?
Mew. It's Mew
Let's
that's
see
in
here. What
Pokemon
else did they
Snap.
respond to? She's been retconned into the...
Brr, 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 brr.
So for Nirwanda, they responded to my saying that Eris is written to be otherworldly and beyond the rest of the characters. She says, sort of true, but at least to me, and for the reasons explained above, it sounds more like she's being retconned into that role, or that the characters are being respectful of the departed to mention her more humane side. But yeah, disc 2 on, she's a walking plot device of holiness.
I'd argue earlier on it starts with that. Even in fucking Shinra HQ, she was all like, "I can hear them, the ancients.
Yeah, and like the plot dictated moments with Eris, like when she is in the temple of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
ancients, she is not there.
No.
Like she is
Like
so far
Cloud and
beyond
Tifa might as
everyone.
well not even
Yeah.
be there. Yeah.
And that entire game could just be played with Eris. Cloud doesn't have to exist in that scene. It's just you, the player, getting to see that Eris is not of this world. So I can understand the wanting to say that the characters want to be more respectful of the departed, but there was never a moment in the game, because I did play with the other characters, where when they talked of Eris, they had anything to say about her.
Pure cinnamon roll was too good for this world.
Basically. So, if it's a matter of I didn't get to hear anything from Eris that describes her character, I did get to interact with other characters who had the opportunity to introduce me to her character, and that was not there. So, that's just what I have to say in regards to that.
Okay.
Still more to respond to, I think.
Really?
Yeah. My does want to take care of Cloud, just doing what feels right in the moment. They say, strongly disagreeing here. One of her defining traits is being active, not only because growing up in the slums toughened her up, but also because she has evaded the Turks for years. Yeah, that doesn't add up, unless they were slacking off as usual, and plus that strange, almost friendly relation she has with Sung. There are numerous scenes where she acts rashly and tries to sneak up on her. Did I skip a sentence? Rashly and without thinking. Forcing Cloud as her bodyguard, choosing to escape by jumping through roofs, surprising Cloud when he tries to sneak up on her. Once again, everything in Don Corneo's scenario, rushing after the cart where Tifa is held, the whole cross-dressing thing, threatening the Dawn, deciding they can steal the plate if they somehow run through the sewers, befriending the dolphin girl. Yeah, it's all mostly early in the game, but those scenes define her more like an act first, ask questions later kind of gal. That sentence is really, really all over the place. But I can understand that. It still didn't add up for me, because those situations were not as obviously dangerous to really warrant building up to her character as being this, I've got to do this now because this is what feels right in the moment kind of thing. That's not how it felt to me. All of those, impulsive reactions she had to things, they never felt dictated by her desire to just do what she wants, if that makes sense.
I guess.
How do you feel about that?
It's over my head right now.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I just couldn't follow.
Yeah. The one thing they are trying to point out is that she does sort of jump onto things and do things randomly. I don't want to say randomly. Randomly isn't a good way to describe it.
Rashly?
Rashly? Yeah, I guess. She is a little rash. But I don't think that warrants her going into the obvious danger position. I mean, Don Corneo was a different kind of threat than the one who the ancients keep telling her to be afraid of. If that makes sense.
Yeah, but, I don't know. She's got this very, she's so unaware of danger, but at the same time she was with Sephiroth.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It was very contradicting and confusing.
Yeah. And the thing that just sticks out to me is asking Cloud to be her bodyguard.
Yeah.
She's been running from the Turks her whole life. Why does she now need a bodyguard? That wasn't something that I felt she... if she were somebody who acts impulsively, I don't think she would have bothered with Cloud. If this is what she does on a regular basis. It's getting really hot.
It's getting hot in here.
So Cody's stripping, I'm taking off blankets because I'm always wrapped up in one. I don't know. It's a good argument, and I can understand where they're coming from, but it still does not sit right with me. I can't really...
Also, the idea of just, okay, you have a bodyguard now. Then she just runs off without the bodyguard?
Yeah.
Now, I get it that, okay, she's concerned maybe that Cloud's not in his right mind anymore, that
Yeah.
he's not under his own power, but I don't know.
Yeah, no, just everything about Eris just never really felt,
Hound ghost.
what's the word I'm looking for? Not cohesive. It's another word that starts with a C. Copacetic.
Copacetic?
Yeah, nothing with regards to Eris felt copacetic with the rest of everything that happened in the story.
Is the word congruent?
Congruent. That's the word, isn't it?
The word that I
Congruent.
always use?
The one,
That's
word
like one of
that
my
you
favorite.
love to use.
Oh shit, that's time.
That's 30 minutes, and I'm only halfway through their responses to my big old essay.
Okay, so this video is just gonna be as long as it's gonna be.
As long. Where's this other Moogle thing? Have you gotten there yet? You pointed it out to me.
Well, we were in the middle of stuff, so I'll
Okay.
point it out at the end when we're done
Okay.
with stuff.
So
Also, wait, hold
I'll
on.
try to go through this a little more quickly. It's
Mr. Hangman,
Oh yeah.
I tried to show you.
Yeah. Welcome.
Yeah, there's also a sound effect. I don't know if you heard it because we got the TV down low. Watch, hold on.
It's the little scream.
Yeah, okay.
So, their response to me saying that there was no love triangle. True and true, there's no love triangle. Eris has an interest-ish in Cloud that Tifa and a lot of fans believe to run much deeper than it does. That is until the date. That's the defining moment where Eris seems to show that her feelings have evolved from, hey, it's a cute guy, to, I want to know you, Cloud, the real you. Fun fact, Eris charges her flowers depending on the customer. If you talk to NPCs that were swarming her right after the Honeybee Inn scene, one would claim she charged him 1,000 gil, while another one, a recurring NPC named Johnny, would say that Eris gave him a flower for free, plus 1 gil. So Cloud isn't even her ideal of a guy. That's some growth there. It's just not very well developed. I don't really understand what that has to do with the love triangle aspect.
Just that she charged Cloud for a flower. I don't know.
She charged Cloud for a flower. She charged Donnie 1 gil.
Oh, she did? I thought
yeah.
she gave it to him for free.
Gave it to him free plus 1 gil.
Oh.
So
That's not free.
She conned him. She said, "Oh, I'll give this to you for free, honey, plus 1 gil." And he's like, "Oh, really? Yeah, sure, I'll take it."
All right.
Yeah. No,
Anyway.
that's what it sounds like to me. Maybe I'm reading that wrong, but
I don't remember that scene very well.
but Eris,
The shop doesn't have shit.
Eris, just because she charges based on her customers doesn't necessarily mean that's
No.
how she thinks of Cloud. But, you know, maybe she
Especially-
just took pity on Cloud.
Especially
It's like,
at first,
You can't afford it. Yeah. You look like Zack. You're wearing Zack's clothes. Sorry.
What?
Am I interrupting you? You gave me a look.
Yeah, I was trying to say something, but it's
Well, go
okay.
ahead.
No, it was just at first meeting first what you call it? First interaction
first
together,
interaction.
first impressions. Like she didn't know Cloud then,
Yeah.
so it's no indication of how she currently
Yeah,
felt
that's-
about Cloud towards the end.
that's
That's what I wanted to say.
Yeah, that's her first impression of him. And her first impression of him is he can only afford a flower for 1 gil. Because that's what she charges you, I think.
Yeah, 1 gil.
1 gil. Tifa's passive nature isn't an indication of her being emotionally weaker. And then they respond, I admit this might be my bias, but as a very timid guy... Oh, you're a guy. Sorry, Niwanda. I always feel that other people are braver, but that's not what I was talking about with Tifa's weakness. I was referring to the fact that knowing fully well that Cloud's story was full of holes, she didn't tell him anything until the possible last minute, causing him an enormous amount of damage. Now her motives are pretty understandable. She doesn't want to be alone, and a cloud is better than nothing, but it was her unwillingness to reach out for the truth that caused Cloud's breakdown. I disagree with that. And maybe it's my bias speaking, but the impression I got from Tifa holding back information from Cloud was she didn't understand why he knew things that he didn't know. She was too confused, and it was her
it was
trying
a lot
to
of
figure things out.
It was a lot of confusion, a lot of also not wanting to face certain things.
Yeah.
But it's her own personal weakness, but at
Yeah.
the same time, so Cloud
Everybody has faults.
Cloud had his own personal weaknesses. Barrett did, Sid did.
Yeah. All of the characters faced their own faults, and Tifa's was she has the tendency to be too cautious about things. That's the way I'd describe it. But considering how impulsive she was as a child, the fact that she came out more cautious in the end, it just kind of speaks to her overcompensating for the crazy shit she did as a kid. Because apparently she was kind of mean, she teased other kids, she was not the nicest little girl, but Cloud looked up to her. And then Mom dies, let's go climb the Death Mountain.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. And then, she nearly dies because of it. And so she comes back and is like, okay, I've got to be more careful because life is fragile. And if I die, then Cloud's going to be upset. Just kind of this perspective.
People die when they are killed.
Basically. So that's just how I felt about Tifa when I played. I really like her.
Outta here,
so I do have a bias, but whatever. Just because Aeris is proactive in going after Sephiroth on her own doesn't necessarily mean that she's an essential part of the story, is what I said. Nay responded, 100% true. She fucked up that one. And the writers were pretty obvious on their intentions of making her screw things up. And I can't argue any of your facts, though, since I see her as more a reckless character than you do, I find her actions just a little more believable. Well, overall, my experiences with the game weren't that different from yours. I also had Aeris' death spoiled beforehand, and feel very similarly to you in most aspects. I just wanted to give you reasoning behind my worthless and obviously less cultured opinions, mostly out of respect for the huge amount of time you took to reply to me. And again, I apologize for the tardiness of my reply. By the way, English isn't my first language, so I apologize if I structured some sentence wonkily.
Sentence wonkily.
That's...
Here's the tip, though. Wonkily is not a word.
It's a good one. I like it.
It
Keep
should be
using
a
it.
one, but it's not one. Anyway, that also reminds me, I don't remember what it was, where he said it. I think it was towards the beginning of that big chunk of dialogue, but yeah, they designed Aeris to die from the very beginning. When they had, like, the bare bones of this game in mind, they decided that they were going to have a character sacrifice themselves for the party, for whatever, for the journey. And they were between Barret and Aeris. And they decided, since, like, Barret was already the archetype for that kind of person who would do that.
Yeah.
Because, big tough guy, they did that with Galuf in, spoilers, Final Fantasy...
Six.
No, not 6, 5.
5, okay.
Final Fantasy 5. They did that with Galuf, big old guy. Grizzly beard, and they decided to
Your wise mentor character.
Yeah. They just decided, you know what?
Yeah.
We'll make it Aeris.
Yeah,
so
it was a common trope. God, it's been a common trope for years. The actual like angel sacrifice is less common, so it's more unexpected.
Yeah.
So
that's what they were going for.
And unfortunately, that is Seven's biggest downfall. Is a lot of we want to turn heads with this game. So the emphasis on the 3D graphics, the way they implemented all of the mini games to show off their graphics, and then the shocking death of Aeris. It was a game that was meant to, oh, look at this, it's so different. So this is the Moogle thing.
This is the Moogle thing.
Key.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I've got a lot of things to say about this game.
I know.
It's so much easier to talk over this, though. This is Mog's house. It's in Mog Forest
on Mount Mog. The beginning of another day in the life of a Mog.
Oh my god, is it a storybook?
A little bit. This year, Mog is peep-pop-poop-pop-4 years old. That's 28 in human years. He's at that age when he should be looking for a mate.
Oh my god, what the fuck? Are we gonna watch Moogle sex?
But before Mog can become an adult, he first needs to learn how to fly.
Oh my god, what the fuck is this?
Even though Mog trains hard every day, he still can't seem to get off the ground.
Is this a fucking allegory for Cloud?
I don't know. I never thought of it that way. Looks like he's still got a long way to go. Here's where you come in. Help Mog learn how to fly by pushing the circle button and feeding him his favorite Kupo nut. But don't overfeed him. He won't be able to fly if he's too fat. Give him a Kupo nut.
Aww.
No?
He's going.
Oh, he's going.
Oh. so cute. I want to throw
Oh,
up.
wait. He's still hungry.
Aw.
Still hungry.
Is he gonna keep doing that?
No. Oh, he's still hungry.
Oh my god.
One more. Come on. This has got to be it.
Come on. Fly.
Oh,
Cool,
no.
Fly. Is he gonna get too fat?
No. Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, 5. That's the magic number.
Okay, he's good. Do we just wait?
I guess.
I'm not gonna give him another Koopo nut. He's done.
Go, go, go. I want to...
I'm pressing X and shit. And start. Oh, there it is. It seems like Mog decided to take another shot. Here we go.
Yeah, you can do it, Mog.
Hold on.
Oh,
The Highwind theme.
yeah. He did it. He's flying. Now he's finally become a full-fledged Mog.
Moogle.
Mog.
His name's Mog. He's a Moogle.
He's a Mog. Now he goes and finds a mate.
Well, now he takes a nap.
No, that's a bow. Good night.
Oh? What's this? Here comes a female Moogle.
Mog.
Moogle.
Mog. The translation of this game is very good.
Oh god, that's another thing that needs to be fixed.
I'm okay with it remaining the exact same way that it is.
I
This
guess.
guy are sick.
No, this guy are sick. Shit like that needs to stay. Just because that would be like changing Castlevania Symphony of the Night's opening,
Which they did.
which they did. Help him out with a few Koopo nuts.
Oh my god.
So we got to do this again.
So slow moving. So flying to his mate is a part of the mating ritual?
Seems that way.
Come on, Mogul.
Mogul?
Mogul.
Oh, okay. He's good
Yeah,
at 3.
3.
He's good at 3.
Good job. And this is gonna take a while.
Was there any other questions and shit?
There are no other questions, but I think I will point out everybody who commented on the video now.
Okay.
Or maybe after the story.
Yeah. Well, he's gonna be able to fly. We
He's
did it
gonna
right.
do it. Whee! Fly, you little dipshit. Hey!
He's flying. Mog was able to do it.
Goobo!
I can't do cute voices like you. I can only do the Agumon voice.
I'm okay with that.
She must have fallen for his graceful flying form.
That's it.
Yeah, and then we get
Okay.
like, do we get baby Koopos? Baby Koopos. Baby Mogs. Moogles. Fuck.
Mogs.
Even I did it.
Well, they're called Mogs in
Okay,
this game.
there's a Moogle, there's Mog. Oh, her name is Mag.
Mag.
She's a good-natured Mog. Oh my god, do we really get more? I thought this was it. No wait, and then the babies follow?
Koopa, Koopa, Koopa.
Oh yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh my god.
Whoops. Somebody takes after his father.
Aww.
No. I love Moogles.
They're obnoxiously.
No. Oh, okay. I thought you were just gonna end with obnoxious. Goodbye. Yeah.
So, as
was
we're getting
that.
ready to conclude, we'd like to thank Frobman, Time 8, Zero Killer X, Near Wanda, Virgil Lives, Svetlana M,
Svetlana.
MC 1188, The Alpar, and Mary Ryan H. Thank you all for commenting on our last video, or not last video, but last episode of Final Fantasy VII. I hope that you guys are enjoying the commentary in Sonic Adventure, even though it sucks so bad.
Yeah.
And hope to see everybody keep watching.
Yeah, forewarning, we're probably not gonna even touch the remake whenever that comes out.
Probably not on this channel.
Probably not on this channel.
We'll play it ourselves and then
Yeah, and then be sad, probably.
and then make a video of us being drunk assholes, like crying.
Okay, so wow. Yeah, it's been a year.
Woo! I wish I had some little noisemakers.
Yeah, no. I wish we could have completed more than just one game in a year, but things happen.
Yeah,
So
well, I mean, we've been online for a year, but we only were releasing videos for 8 months, wasn't it?
something like that.
Yeah.
All right.
More consistent updates at some point, maybe.
I don't know. We'll
see. Bye.
Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Thank you.